Hello and welcome back to my channel. I do hope you're all well and having a lovely holiday season. Um, as I said, I was going to do a series of information that's going to help you in the future in your service. So I was looking at different notes that I've taken over the years in my counselling work and my channeling work and in many other roles that I've had in the 3D matrix in the corporate world, and I've sort of put all the information together in notes because it's really important that we keep this as a reminder to help others when we're in service, especially when it comes to those that are going to need healing and help. And there's a lot out there that's going on amongst people, and the way the world is at the moment, it is going through a major split, a major change. And what is happening in this world is that people are really starting to see the gap between the 3D matrix and the 5D new earth, and people that are having, how should we say it, trouble even existing. They can't exist, and if you're with them and your light work, your vibration triggers them, it aggravates them, it frustrates them, because they can see that you are of a lot more higher dimension than that they are. You vibrate at a different frequency than they do, and so it really triggers them. And this is causing a lot of grief in families. It's causing segregation. It's causing us to be left out, because we are on the road of enlightenment. And with this, it can be a lonely path for some. Others like to be on their own. Others like to go within. Others, like myself, like to spend the time channeling, working, understanding what's going on, so that I can be help to others, and to be able to be in a position where if you come to me and you say, look, I'm having this issue, this problem, I can look back and go, well, actually, I can help you. Other than my channeling and my psychic abilities, I can work with you with the knowledge and the wisdom that I have gained over the years. So what is this video about? It's about behaviours of people who don't care about you enough. They may say they care about you, and at the moment it's all about actions do speak louder than words. The way they behave towards you, the way they respond towards you. And it's really interesting, over the years when I've worked with people, I can see these behaviours in so many, and it never gets mentioned, it never gets spoken about. We're all going through it in some way in our lives. And it's hurtful and it's painful at times too. Some of us learn to grieve, some of us learn to work with it, others don't. And that's when counselling comes into play and people need some support and help. And one of the things that I've noticed is people today say, I love you, too freely. To me, you have to feel it. It has to come from here. It has to come from your heart. You have to know it. You have to feel it. You have to see it. I don't say it freely, and I don't say it easily. So many people say to you when they hang up from the phone, I love you, take care, or hi, I've missed you for so long, oh, gosh, I love you, I love being with you. But it's habit. It's like, it's meant to be said kind of thing. It's kind of conversation. And I'm out in public and I might be having a chai tea somewhere, and I'm listening to a group of young girls. They've all got their mobile phones and they're looking at their phones, yet they're all sitting opposite each other trying to have a conversation. The art of conversation has disappeared for a start, and then people say what they expect to hear. They don't speak their truth enough. And so all these girls are going, see you, bye, love you, just throw it out there with no regard to what it really means and how it feels. And so this is what I mean. Actions speak louder than words. People say they love you, but they don't. They don't care. If they really love you, it would be shown in actions. It would be shown in behaviour. And so what I've learned is that a lot of people were saying they love you, but they don't follow through with it. So remember, it's easy to say I love you without the meaning or feeling of it. So if you're going to go say that to someone and you go, I love you, think of something else you can say, like, I appreciate you, I respect you. I always say to the people in my life, and I always say, I do love you if I really mean it, especially, but most of the time I will say, I appreciate you, because that's how I feel. I appreciate you. I don't know you well enough, emotionally enough, on a certain level to say, I love you. I do feel it. If I do say it to you, you're very privileged, because only a certain few get that said to them. Love is respect, caring, acknowledging, and allowing people to have a difference of opinion. And today, with the separation of the blind, the not awake, the down-dumbed, brainwashed, vaccinated people, and then there's the awakened, the light workers, the ones that know the truth, experience the truth, see the truth, have understanding of the truth, is a huge, big divide. And quite often as a light worker, you'll be in amongst with these people. And as soon as you say your opinion, you're a crazy conspiracy theorist. How do you know that to be true? And, you know, quite often people do not let you, that are so dumb and blind and brainwashed, will not let you have your opinion, because they can't handle it. They don't want to hear it. It's too much for them. How do you know this? And then they have to find an excuse. And I got told recently, well, no, that's not true. And I said, well, actually, you look stupid saying what you're saying, because I've done hours, 120 hours of research on the subject. How much research have you done? And they can't answer you. They haven't done any research. The only thing they've listened to is fake news, fake media. That's their research. Have you gone down the rabbit hole and actually done the full research in the topic and the subject? No, you haven't. So let me have my opinion. If you loved me and respected me enough, you would. You wouldn't downgrade me and put me down because I have an opinion. I'm letting you have your say, even though you sound ridiculous. So allow others to say what they want to say, allow them to speak and have an opinion, and then if they let you speak and have opinion, that's great. They have respect, they have appreciation for you. If they don't really care. They don't love you. Only their opinion matters. Listen and never butt in. So many people are impatient when they're listening to people, and because, as I said, the art of a good conversation has disappeared out of society. But you must let people say their opinion, speak it out, and then comment afterwards. Try not to butt in. It is hard because you know better, or you know more, or whatever. And I know this is hard, but just let them. You have to learn to be a very good listener. Listen to everything they say, take it on, walk away, even if you have to, and think about it, analyze it, record it in here, and then come back with a decent, good answer. Or if it's an argument, or you're trying to get a point across. But always absorb what is being said. And what I mean by this is, quite often you'll be in someone's house and they'll have this big flash TV screen, they'll have it on mute, and they'll be talking to you, but they're actually looking at the screen. They're not looking at you. You could be sitting there and they'll be looking at the screen over there, because it's flashing in front of them, and because we are people of visionary. We have to be visual today, because all our phones, everything in front of us is visual. So if there's a screen going, they'll be looking at the screen. You could be talking to them and they're not listening to you. They're looking at the screen. They're thinking of something else that's on the screen. What? Yeah. You know, what did you say? And amount of times I talk to people like that and they haven't heard what I've said, and I said, I told you I was going away, I told you I was doing this, but they haven't heard you. They don't really care, they don't want to know, you're just there and they're just talking to you because they have to, because they feel they have to. Especially when it comes to family members, they don't really care about you, they don't want to know. Just because you're blood doesn't mean, you know, they care about you. People are so self-absorbed in their own lives. Narcissistic behavior, controlling behavior. Unless you talk to them about them, that's only when they want to talk to you about something worthwhile, because it's about them, not you. And so the balance of conversation is very one-sided. So absorb what they're saying, give them some good answers back and some good replies, or lead with a new question. This is in counselling, you have to be a good listener, and then you have to lead with another question about what they've just been speaking to you about to get to the beneath of the problem, what is laying beneath it. Another thing is to watch body language. So body language is a big thing with me. I tend to watch body language more than anything. They could be talking out of here, blah, 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 but watch the body language, the way they're sitting, the way they're expressing themselves. Are they having eye contact with you? No, they're watching over there, or they're watching those people over there. If you're out in public, they're not looking at you. And a lot of people can't hold eye contact anymore. And this is something that I do all the time. I hold eye contact. And if someone walks up to me and they've got sunglasses on, I always ask them, can you remove your sunglasses? I can't see your eyes. It's disrespectful. It's rude. There's no way of seeing their face, speaking to them. And it makes me laugh. You look at all these celebrities, or you look at all these people on Facebook or Instagram or whatever, and they're always getting their photos taken with sunglasses on. And you're going to look back at that years later and you're going to go, oh, I wish I could see my face. You know, it's a complete waste of time. Take your sunglasses off when you greet people, when you meet people, when you're in photos, so we can see your face, see your expression, see your enjoyment, see you in the moment. It's all about the body language. Hold that eye contact. And watch the way they move around you. If they've got their legs all crossed and their arms are all crossed and they're all restricted and they're closing themselves in on you because they're not open. They don't want to hear you. But most of the time they're staring off into the distance. So they have the TV on, they're distracted, or they're rather looking away from you. Okay, so how do you know, what are the signs that people are not really interested in you and they're not making the effort? Because now that we're getting this big separation between us, the light and the dull down, how do you know that they're not really that interested in you, other than knowing your gut feeling, your intuition, your higher consciousness? These are the main signs that I've come up with. And what I know of, that you may be able to add something. I mean, do comment below if you do. And let me know if you like this kind of format of sitting with me and discussing these things, because I want to do a whole series of the information that I've stored up. And it's really important that I put it up here so it's somewhere in storage, and then I can get rid of some of my notes all over the place. I have about 3 journals going at the moment. So the very first one is lack of communication. They don't make the effort to stay in touch or maintain regular communication. How many of you is always making the contact first? How many of you sending the messages? How many of you are chasing after them saying, hey, how you going? Do you want to catch up? Do you want to, you know, oh, I saw you on Facebook that you were somewhere, you didn't tell me you were doing that. I know you don't owe me or have to tell me, but it would have been nice to have known that instead of having to see it on Facebook. Or, because many people say to me, my family do things without telling me and I see it on Facebook. And see, that wouldn't bother me. It doesn't bother me because that's their business. But to many people, those things bother people and they get hurt and they get offended. You don't have to be in everyone's lives all the time. It's just regular contact. So make a phone call every now and then. Say, hi, how are you going? I really, busy at the moment. I'd like to be in touch with you, but I've just got this going. I always let people know what I'm doing. You're not going to hear from me for a week or two, or I'm going away, or I'm doing this, But it's rude when they go for days and weeks on end and they don't even bother to communicate with you or contact you. So they don't keep that up regular. It's only they expect to see you on certain occasions. And quite often if they're going out somewhere and they're having to pass your place, it would be nice that they would call you and say, hey, would you be interested in coming with us? We're just popping out for a chai or a coffee. You're more than welcome to join us. We can swing by and pick you up or something like that. The amount of times I've had people say, I've seen my friends out having tea or coffee or dinner or that, and they had to drive by my place and they did not invite me. Now, this is going on in all my counselling work, some of the stories that I've heard. And again, it's hurtful, it's painful, it's lack of communication, it's lack of, oh, what about the other person? We're driving right past. Do they really care about me? No, they don't, because they would have stopped. They would have asked me. Yeah, they might have wanted to have separate time with you, but it would have been nice to have had the invite and feel wanted and recognized. See what I mean where we're going with this? There's so many areas of, if they really respected you, appreciated you, and loved you, actions speak louder than words. So they don't respond to messages promptly. They ignore or show little interest in your feelings or your life. Now, many times I get people say, I'll go around, I'll meet with people, I'll visit with people, and all they want to do is talk about themselves. They don't want to hear my life. And again, it's very one-sided communication. People don't respond to your messages promptly. You know they've always got a phone with them. It's in their pocket. It's beside them. Why aren't they messaging you back? That's just rude and disrespectful. When you've gone to the bother and the energy. This is what is so crazy about people not caring about you or having the respect or the boundaries of appreciation or love for you. So people do not have the respect and love for you as they say, oh, I love you. I love you, but this is their actions. Makes no sense to me whatsoever. So you see, this is what we're dealing with. And it's interesting because I've been wanting to do this video for a long time. And I've had so many people tell me their problems about what has been going on in their families, what's been going on in their friendships and relationships. And it's all this lack of. It's all one-sided. They don't, they're saying, I love you as a friend, I love you as this, only if it works for me. All right, the next one, self-absorption. They only prioritize their own selves in conversation. Again, you don't get anything back. It's all in their own conversation. And they try to dominate the discussion. And they repeat themselves. Repeat. I've heard so many stories from the same person 10, 15 times. And I actually have to say to people sometimes, yeah, you've told me that. I've heard that. Because the lack of knowledge, wisdom, information, higher self, consciousness isn't there. So they just keep repeating the same old stories. You hear it over and over again. But it's about them. They don't care about you and what you have something new to tell them or speak to them about or have a conversation with them. They still want to keep repeating their stories because they haven't advanced in their knowledge and their wisdom. They don't know how to have that beautiful, deep, meaningful, understanding, respectful communication with you. They have no empathy towards your experiences. You tell them things that you've been doing, or you say, oh, I did this and I went here and this was beautiful, and they don't care. Oh yeah, they just brush it off and say, oh yeah, well, we did this and we did that. There's no deep understanding and wanting to really enjoy it with you or understand the experience with you. I'm constantly asking questions because I'm genuinely interested in their life and in them. But you don't get that back. It's very one-sided. This is how you know people don't care about you really, truly. They can say they love you, but actions speak louder than words. Again, absences of support. Where's the support when you need help or someone to lean on? And there's no one around you to give you that. And in most cases, I've had a lot of older people, women and men, tell me, my family don't care about me. They don't want to know me. I'm in pain. I have to do this. I have to get down to the doctor's appointment. I have to do that. They say, I love you. I'll see you in a couple of weeks. And then that's it. You don't hear anything again for a couple of weeks. And when I was looking after my elderly mum, I rang every day at 3 p.m. Every day at 3 p.m. religiously. And when she passed, it was really hard to get out of that habit and appreciation to speak to her at 3. I used to love it when I used to be able to talk to her at 3 p.m. and find out what her day had been like. Because I loved her. I truly, truly loved and respected and admired my mum. When you love, appreciate and admire someone, you want to be there for them. So they minimize your feelings. They're dismissive of your problems or fail to be there during difficult times. But as soon as they have a problem and you get a call at 2 a.m. in the morning, they want to be there. They want you to be there for them. Or they ring because they're so drunk and they just want someone to talk to at the end of the night. There's no social boundaries in place. None whatsoever. And so this is what I mean about, oh yes, I love you and I respect you and I appreciate you. And the amount of people that I've heard that say, you know, I've been in a situation where I haven't had a car for a week and I really need help. My sister's got 2 cars and she never offered me one of her cars to use while I was without a car and I needed to get to work. I've had situations where you know, people have needed somewhere to stay while they're getting repairs done around their home. Or I had this lady ring me one day and she said to me, I need to get a new bathroom. And I've had a leak and I had to pull out the wall and get to the leak and then re-pipe it all up and put new taps in and complete it all, you know, and get it going again. She said, so I need to shower every day. I need to be in a position where, you know, I can look after myself still and go about my daily tasks. And she was working part-time, so she was needing to have a shower at least twice a day. And she had a sister-in-law that lived 2 or 3 houses down, 4 houses down the street, and knew about it and never offered her to use her shower or take time to go in and use her bathroom while hers was being repaired. And she said, I feel hurt and offended because, you know, I'm always doing things for her when I can. And she said, and she knew, I was talking to her about it, and she saw the repair guy come, the plumber and everyone, and she still no offer of assistance. She said, you know, she says, you know, she cares about me and she wants to do things together all the time and that, but when it comes to it, they're not there for you. They don't care. They're too busy with their own lives. They're very selfish. Betrayal or disregard for your boundaries. Again, it's about you know, you want to do what's best for everybody. You love and appreciate the people that are in your life, and so you respect their time, you respect the things that they do, you respect, oh, there's a toy up there on the window. They respect everything. You respect everything with the people in your life and the appreciation you have in your life, but at the end of the day, they don't for you. And so they don't have those boundaries in place. And so they therefore just take you for granted. They expect you to be there at their beck and call. And betrayal of your trust. They gossip about you because your opinion is different. They talk about you behind your back. They disregard your personal feelings. They don't care about your personal feelings. They don't care about you. They don't want to know you. Don't waste your time with these people. Seriously, do not waste your time with these people, even if they're your blood, your family. You're settling for it because you've been programmed to believe DNA blood means you stick together. No, it does not. Do you know in the 5D earth we're going to be completing new communities, people that are of the same vibration as you, the love, the respect, honouring who you are, allowing you to have an opinion. There are healthy boundaries in place, there's support. They take advantage of you, show lack of respect for your values. These are the comments that I've been getting from people and putting into some sort of text so that you can understand and see that these people don't care about you. If you're in these friendships and relationships and families, you can see actions speak louder than words. So have these conversations with them. Speak your truth. Say how you're feeling. It's very important for you to get that out and say it and make way for new beginnings, new life, new people to come in. Because a lot of people just settle for what they have in their lives. A lot of people are afraid to be on their own. Don't be afraid to be on your own. I've been on my own for many years and I love it. I love it. Love being on my own. I love my own company. I love doing the work that I do in service to humanity, to people, and being there for people when they need it. And they're there for me when I need it. They're always saying, give me a call if you need to talk to me or whatever. Because I'm listening to so many people's issues, problems. I'm trying to help them as much as I can. And sometimes you can't. You can't always do it, but you can have this kind of material that I'm putting out there today. And you can ask them to look back at it and say, well, hey, hang on a minute. Here's a video about what you're going through. And it's not unusual. It's not unusual. It's happening to a lot of people out there. So you see, people say I love you too freely, but actions speak louder than words. And so that's what it's really about, is the fact that people don't care. They just don't care. And they'll show it. People are very self-absorbed these days. And the behaviours of these people are these that I've mentioned. And some of the stories I can tell you, not my stories, but people that I've listened to, people that I've done one-on-ones with. Some families are worse than others, some friendships are worse than others, but people are afraid to let it go because they're scared of being on their own. Don't put up with it anymore. Set yourself some healthy boundaries and move on to a better dimension, better frequency, and just let your love and your light shine and be who you are and speak your truth and don't allow it to continue. That's all I can say. But this is one of my topics that I wanted to do today. All right, so take care. Much love, light, and many blessings to you all. Bye for now.